Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the TSL Under-17s Grand Final here, live from the TCA ground. Beautiful day for football. Our two combatants today on your screen, North Hobart Demons, and they're up against the Lauderdale Blues. Now, joining commentary by the CEO of Duff TV. Pleasure to have you aboard, Mr. Martin Duffy.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the invite into the commentary box here, and we can see the tension in the rooms here with North Hobart. Nervous boys, really starting to think about it, Kane.
Really great vision here, a real insight into the inner workings of a club in the room before the match. You can see the nerves on their faces. Yeah,
we've got the my mates from Hutch TV have come along and actually filmed this for us today, the Tim and Adam and the boys. And yeah, it's definitely a good insight into what goes on before a grand final. And never did play in a big one myself, mate. What about yourself?
Yes, played up in New Norfolk, so we were quite successful. Not that I was any part of that, I made up the numbers, but yes, played in a couple.
Did you?
Mate had a kick after the siren to win the grand final, missed it. So
have a little listen here.
No one else will know. In a fraction of a second, you have to decide which way you're going to go. You either stand up or you fall away. You have played in 4 grand finals. They haven't played in one. They don't know how tough it's going to be, physically and mentally. Serve to them at every opportunity. You get into their face. If you do all these things right, you will come away with a grand final. Come on! No one's going to give it to you. You're going to have to earn it. And you'll get those rewards, fellas. Let's go.
Absolutely fantastic, Duff.
Yeah.
Ted Cook there, the coach of Lauderdale. Really putting it down, laying it down to the boys. This is it, all or nothing. All those nights they didn't want to go to training in the cold and the sleet. It's all worth it now as they run onto the TCA ground. North Hobart on your screen there, coached by Ricky McCulloch.
That's got a big hole in it, that banner.
Not a bad idea though, Duff. You and I have both seen players go down and take no further part in the grand final because of mishaps with the banner.
I think we won $500 once.
I think the cameraman fell asleep that day and missed it actually.
Here we go, look at this. Doesn't this take you there? My word, fantastic. Oh, we've got the 2 cameras happening. What's going on here at Duff TV? Definitely stepping it up. I'll just have a quick look at the names here of the North Hobart boys. Kane, very quickly. We've got Allison, Graves, Baker, Gavalis, Fox, Unsworth, Goss, Fisher, Beaumont, Charlton, Ingalls, Shade, Tilbury, Laddick, Smith, White, Martin, McCulloch, Petratus, Males, Stokely, and Wright. Of course, Ricky McCulloch is the coach.
Yeah, and for the Lauderdale side, we have Hobden, Walsh, Webster, Cook, Whittle, another Walsh, Mason and Bryce. We have Crossan, Lowe, Novy, Latham, Halliday, Morris, Morisby, Knight, Preshaw, Dudgeon, Lathy, McManus, Hibbard, Rickards, and Westall. And we said the coach is Ted Cook. Just about ready to get play underway here, just like running through a few last-minute drills. Huge crowd here to see the boys run around at TCA. Should be a beauty. I hope you join us shortly for the opening bounce here on Duff TV.
So here's the important toss of the coin, Triff. Dials. Somebody's called tails.
The wind does play a big factor here too at TCA. Can be very windy ground.
So does the hill in the middle.
Yeah, well.
One day they'll do something about that. The Hobart
like
City
Lords,
Council.
Mate, that's been
better
going
watch
for a
what we
while.
say though. A lot of people connected to the Hobart City Council will be watching this, so just refrain from any comments, mate.
Now Lauderdale, we've seen them. We've seen both these sides actually from a very young age, from like under 11s through to now under 17s. Unbelievable with some star players out here.
Yeah, there's some big names in footy, and a couple of guys, one guy in particular, Simon Preshaw, I think I played with his dad many years ago up at Hobart.
Maybe his grandfather.
No, it was his dad.
Right.
In fact, it was either Nick or Mick, I think.
Yeah.
And I accidentally trod on one of their hands once, and these boys were pretty tough sort of players. And we went back into the club rooms. He had blood on his hands, and I said, "Gee, sorry about that, mate." But it was actually his brother, so it didn't matter. There's a insight you didn't really need to know.
So you're not going to tell us about your best and fairest, mate? Usually comes up during the broadcast.
I think this is far more important, this game here today.
Bit of a Jason Ackermanis about you. Hey, like to tell us how good you were. Never mind. The bounce just about to get underway now. Beautiful setting up here at TCA. I love this ground. As you said, it's got a big hill in the middle of the ground, but I love it. It's got a great feeling about it.
2009 grand final, Triff, under 17s.
One down there by the Lauderdale ruckman. North Hobart first to the ball. Hand pass goes over the top. She'll be able to get it away now. This is Bryce Lowe. Has support. All on the ground. They're going in hard as you'd expect in the grand final. All or nothing. Can't afford to leave anything on the sidelines.
What's your tip here? We've got Lauderdale have played in the last 4 grand finals, been very successful over the years, and should be pretty hard to beat, I would think.
Well, as I heard Ted Cook say, look, we've been in 4, they haven't been in 1. I think that experience is really going to tell here today, and I fancy Lauderdale. Comes out now, nice use of the hand pass, couldn't quite get it to his teammate in the form of Morrisby. They wrap him up. Umpire says, give it to me, boys, and we'll toss it up. Neither side really been forward yet. Yeah,
Morrisby, another big name in football, is I think it might be Phil Morrisby, a wonderful reserves player many years ago for, I think it was Maydena or somebody.
Kick off the ground there came from Halliday. First to the ball might be Graves. Just slipped there at an opportune time and it goes over the boundary line. The umpire will toss it in. One of your favourite umpires officiating today, Duff.
Which one's
that? Right? Fabulous Phil.
Fabulous Phil. And just a bit of a plug here too on the camera in the first quarter. We've got our mate from Hutch TV, Tim. There's some more valuable information.
Beautiful work there by Graves. He really sharked that. The ruck contest was won down by Lauderdale, but Graves able to come up with it. Won't work out for him in the end. Early goals will be paramount here. I hazard a guess they won't score a lot. It'll be very tight. Nice kick out there. Finds Nat Martin on the chest on the outer wing now.
Got a player in the middle.
Yeah, that's McCulloch. Goes for him and finds him. Needed to be good because Dudgeon was there waiting for him. A man running through the centre of the ground now. He kicks it down towards half-forward flank. Over the back, should be able to bring it down. Had enough, surely, umpire. They dive on top of him now. It comes out. This is where they need their smaller men to go hard, but there's been a free kick picked out. I think that might have been a make-up for that mark. Looked like a mark, Duff?
I didn't see that. I was watching something else at that time.
You're watching the Savaloy man.
Well, it was actually.
You and your Savs.
So, important first kick on goal.
Yeah, Stokely it is. Christian Stokely. Spend a bit more time in the sun, I think, Stokely.
Yeah.
They're glowing there. Now lines up for the first kick on goal. It's away to the left, but he might have snuck it through. And he has. First goal goes the way of North Hobart. That's what they need to do, I think, Duff. They need to counter that experience of Lauderdale by getting early goals on, putting a bit of pressure on, mate.
Yep. Must agree with that comment, mate. Nice kick there by Stokely. There's the big scoreboard here at the TCA. It's the winner, that one. No, good start for North Hobart.
They're going to send it now. First bounce was a good one.
Oh.
And that's a shocker. Should come back. Went outside the circles, but he says, no, I can't be bothered. Let it go on. North Hobart come forward again towards half forward. Defender comes out to meet the ball. He's brought down nicely with the tackle. Grabbed hold of the jumper. They're fighting hard here now. This is Jack Webster. Webster brought down.
It's on here. It's on here, Triff.
They want to hope he doesn't get to his feet, the big fella, because look at the size of him. That's Lewis Goss.
I wouldn't be taking on Dudgeon, I'll tell you what. He goes off.
Bit of a madman, you'd say.
Oh, you know, likes a bit of the biff.
Don't mind a bit of biff as long as it's fair, Duff. All for it. Kick has been chopped off. It was a poor kick, but well anticipated there that time by Martin Allison. Allison puts it to the top of the square now. They fly high. Lauderdale player comes across the front of the pack. Off hands, and that was actually Preshaw. It's gone over the boundary line for yet another throw-in. They've had a fair bit of it early, the umps. Don't they look smashing in orange? What do you think of that colour, Duff?
Bring back the white, mate.
Bring back the white?
Traditionalist myself.
So they should be having the players should have the boots up around their ankles, you'd say?
No, I agree with the boots, but just like the umpires in white myself. Here's a go.
Here he is, the big man now trying to get around Lewis Goss. Good disciplined play, tried to centre the ball. Off hands, falls to a Demons player, that's Henry Shade. Shade with the left boot.
Straight
way
there.
Off target. 3-4-1 behind. So 1-1-7 North Hobart, Lauderdale yet to score.
Isn't it great how we've got our scorer synced up to the scoreboard on the other side?
That's fantastic, mate. It adds a bit to the broadcast. Plays on now. Goes towards the outer side. Both sides seem to be favouring that. North Hobart really putting on the pressure here. The forward pressure has been good. Should be able to recover here, get along to the boot. Goes with a hand pass instead to Gavalis. Yes. That was good play there from North Hobart. Could have just blasted away. Saw Gavalis by his lonesome in front of the goals, got it to him. And Gavalis makes no mistake. They're looking the goods, the Demons, Duff.
Yeah, good start. Good start. We're about 7 minutes in here, Triff. 2-1-13 to Lauderdale, yet to score. Lauderdale really only been forward probably once so far in this first quarter.
They don't even look like getting the ball, to be honest.
I think they're asleep.
I'm not sure what's going on. They must have had a big night last night, and the umpire says, bring it back.
Well, it's a long way up from Lauderdale, you know, it's a big trip on the bus.
Sure what happened there, but the umpire's tossing it up, just making sure everybody gets out of the square. Of course, only a certain amount of players allowed in. Dudgeon with the little hands. North Hobart again come forward. This time out towards the flank. 3-on-1 here in favour of North Hobart. Should be able to get it out. The great pressure now. He was ripped to the ground there by the number 32, which is Stuart Cook. Silly free kick there.
Yeah, a little bit rattled at the moment, the Bombers.
Charlton goes long and high. Good luck marking that one, boys. Oh, flew across the front. It was able to bring it down. Great mark in the back line.
Yeah, not sure who that player was.
I think that is Jacob Petratus, mate.
That's what they needed.
Was it? No. No idea.
Come back to that one. Lauderdale now going down the wing. Scrubby old kick. It's going to come off Trev.
Left foot. Wheels it up. This is as far forward as they've been so far. Tried to claim the mark over the back, but it was off 3 or 4 hands. Lauderdale. North Hobart just swamping him at the moment. All over the top of him. Making it very hard to get a clear possession. Listen to the coaching staff. They're really involved in this match. And down there by Unsworth. It comes to a Lauderdale man. Big chance now for Lauderdale. They've got to make the most of every opportunity, especially with the start that North Hobart has had. Which was gone, taken high. Going the way of North. Across the ground now to Allison's. Been very, very busy early. Been very impressed with him. Kick had to be good, and it was. Finds Martin on the near side. Continues it up. Right in front of us here, and a great mark. Had faith in Simon Ladich, and he took the mark beautifully above his head. Transfers it to the centre corridor now. He's able to recover, Duff.
Yeah, good build-up there by North Hobart, but they've just, well, missed out on the opportunity to take it forward, maybe score another goal.
They repelled that attack. It was a free kick, though, for North Hobart down forward for Lauderdale. They were looking really good, really putting the pressure on. I love their start so far, North.
I think they have got a breeze. I'd say it's about maybe 2 goals to the right of screen, Trev.
So everything from now is a bonus. In the back, that one. Beaumont. Can't find a target down forward. We're looking for a teammate to run onto it. Lauderdale first to the ball. Tried to clear it. Did no good. Really got to put on the pressure here. A high one. I think that was Dudgeon.
Yep.
It's out of bounds on the full. It's coming back in and in a hurry.
Big game player, Dudgeon, but we haven't seen much of him so far.
No, not yet.
Not sure how he's gone this year. But I would expect him to lift his game as the game goes on.
Again, disciplined stuff. This is what I like from North Hobart. Right to the top of the goal square. And he's put it away too far. Christian Stokely that time. Could have had 2. The angle wasn't as much as he thought, I don't think, there. And he put it across the face. You can't miss those opportunities against Lauderdale because they'll come back and bite you hard. Easy to say from here. Don't worry about that, Christian. Stokely again, making up for it. The hand pass to Goss. And the kick is on its way. Look at that.
That Goss, was it?
Now, Goss gave it away. I didn't see the goal kicker in the end.
Tell you what, we'll go and have a look.
Now, we'll just have a look here from the kick out. He kicked to himself. It was a long one. Now, Stokely's down here. He gets to it first. Messed up that goal, but really made up for it there. Look at that. Get the hand pass out in front of Goss. And Goss got it over. It was Gavalis, George Gavalis, in fact, that kicked the goal. So he's got 2 to his name, looking very dangerous, North Hobart.
Yeah,
they just can't seem to get it out of there.
No, that's right. Great start. And, well, the heads are sinking here for Lauderdale. Very worrying signs. And rightly so, the North Hobart boys are very up at the moment.
Well, if you got up this morning and thought we'll have them 3-2 to nothing, North Hobart, you probably wouldn't believe it.
No, you'd take that any day.
That's for sure. Let's wait for a clear possession here. Goes the way of Lauderdale. They kick it down to half forward and into the hands of Novi. Novi with the short measure kick. Had to be good, and it was. That was too easy for Lauderdale. Really no pressure on the forward. This is Robbie McManus.
Very similar to the Lauderdale ground, this ground. Very short, so it can sometimes just be clean possession out of the middle, down the centre half forward. And if the forwards in position can take a mark, you have a chance of a goal. This guy's going to kick from about 30 out, Triff.
McManus really needs this one. Usually a very good kick at goal. Just stabbed at it slightly, but no, away to the left. 3-4-1 behind. Why do I say that? Every time I say that, they miss. So North Hobart, let's see what they do from the kick out. It's the first one they've had. Kicks it to himself, tried to gain an extra couple of metres. It's a high one. The back Lauderdale just chucks it on the boot, hopes for the best. Out of bounds on the full. And I think you're right, Duff. I think they're rattled. They'll get a couple on the board. They'll come right, Lauderdale. They're a classy side. Don't worry about that. But I'm just in a bit of shock at the moment.
Well, maybe
expecting this.
What do they say? They've won the last 3 or 4 grand finals.
Maybe they're taking it too easy, Duff.
Maybe they think that's enough.
Never enough, I don't think. Up along the bounce line. Did well to keep that in there, Allison. Been one of the best on the field so far. Going back with the flight. Oh, what a mark. Now, that is a courageous mark. You see high flyers, but that's a great mark from Beaumont.
Yeah,
Gets himself down with a kick,
poor kick, though, by Beaumont.
Tried to take them on, got caught, was able to get the hand pass away just. Short one, only just 15. Set something up now from half back, Lauderdale. One-on-one contest. Worked his way to the front of the pack there to David Ingles. Ripped down, didn't have the ball, so free kick will go the way of Novi. Novi just starting to stand up across half forward now. Very important player to this side. Kicks long, big pack is formed. Wants to mark. Ooh. There's a couple with first hands to it, but he was one of them, so the umpire said yes. You can have that one right in the pocket now. North Hobart, kick out of defence. Brief bit of respite. McCulloch first to the ball, picks it up nicely, continues it up along that outer wing. Oh, great work, let him go. Into the centre, but Lauderdale able to recover.
May have been Beaumont there, I think, on the outer side.
I think it was Beaumont.
And there he is again, is it? Good beat. Good play. Plays on down towards centre half forward. Nice move, nice mark again by North.
There's Charlton in the centre of the ground. Now, as you can see, he's going back. He's a very long kick when he gets onto it, Reece Charlton. So maybe fancies himself from here. The Britley run up, pushing off the fence. Charlton kicks long, won't quite have the legs in the goal square. Whistle's gone. Which way will it go? It's going the way of Lauderdale. Didn't quite have enough distance there with that kick. Maybe he might like to change these, change that if he had his time again. Wind starting to blow a little bit more here at the TCA. So a 19-point lead, 3-2 North Hobart, just the one behind Lauderdale. Still got a little bit of time left in this quarter. They need a late one, Lauderdale.
Yeah, got about 3 minutes left in this first quarter, Triff. Yep, you're right. They just need a goal. Get themselves on the board, get some momentum going.
Oh, brought down in the tackle. Umpire says no. Just got rid of it. Might be coming back in. Had a little bit more time than he thought there, Charlton. It bounces though, nearly bounced through. Needed the off spinner there. Went one straight on the flipper. Lauderdale.
Love your cricket, don't you?
Did he keep that in? No, he didn't. I think that might have been the right call from the umpire. Initially, I thought it was out of bounds on the full duff, so he was right there. Willie Wright now. And Bill Wright kicks long. At the back, though, Simon Preshaw. How do you say that surname?
Preshaw, mate.
Preshaw.
They, I tell you now, at a junior level, they were feared footballers, the three of them. The two twins and the younger brother Jamie. Very tough. Good blokes too.
Graves brought down. Umpire says no. You had it too long, son. So Lauderdale starting to come back into it now. That's what it takes. A nice tackle, a nice mark, or a special goal, and it'll bring them right back into it. Dudgeon, short, free kick. There's an umpire right behind that play, didn't blow his whistle, but one off the ball did.
Fabulous steal, was it?
You love him, don't you?
Oh.
Took them on.
Gets a Guernsey in a lot of these grand finals, doesn't he?
He does. Very popular man.
As we said, the umpire's very short.
Yeah, you got to take what you can, Duff.
He's all right.
No, he's all right. You got to have him, unfortunately. And pass comes out. Close to the boundary line here. Player at his head over the ball. Did well not to give one away. Actually did well to keep that in the end, Thomas Males. Once holding the ball, he did drag it in, but held to him to the umpire. 20-point lead, and the siren is just a few moments away, we feel. One down by Goss, might have infringed, but no. Man in orange was right there. McManus transfers it to the centre, held onto it surely, no. Bryce Lowe thought he might have had that one. The crowd certainly agrees. Here's a goal coming up. Oh, Cavalis.
Oh, he scored. He's a good player, this boy. Look at the size of him.
He was close.
I tell you what, he reminds me a bit of that buddy guy with Hawthorn.
There you
Just
go.
in his movement, you know.
He reminded me of a big buffalo then.
He did.
the buffalo up north, about 3 or 4 pit bulls trying to hang off him, and he still goes.
He nearly buggered that up though, didn't he?
He did. I've done that before. Gavalis,
well.
3 goals. Christian Stokely, 1. 4-3-27 to 1 behind Lauderdale.
Well,
I can't believe this. What a start for North Hobart. It's rare that I see a demon side in front. I'm loving it. Big kick. It came from McCulloch. You're just showing off because your Saints will be in the grand final, mate.
well, I hope they will be.
Chance now. Hobden towards the pocket. Defender was in front. Might be a chance here, though. Off the left boot. Need a mark over the back. Couldn't quite get to it. North Hobart have got numbers here. They're pressured off the ball. Good forward pressure here from Lauderdale. North Hobart still going. Whistle's gone. He said he's thrown that, has he? Well, didn't pick it initially, but well, who am I to judge? Robbie McManus. Seems every time we go forward, we call him McManus.
Very, very important kick on goal, this one. Really need it, Lauderdale. Right on quarter time. No, fading
Look at
away.
the wind. Grab hold of that, Duff.
Yeah, it's definitely lifted the breeze.
That is unbelievable. I didn't realise how strong it was. That definitely caught the ball. It took it right and back. So they'll need this lead, I think, North Hobart. Look for Lauderdale to come back here, and they will have the wind in the final quarter, Duff. So they'll need to be ahead by a few, North Hobart. Can they pinch one late? Little kick over the top was smothered off the boot. Play on is a call from the umpire. Short one off the ground. Snap on goal. Might go through. Will. Robbie McManus missed a set shot but kicked a beautiful snap goal. And just with the doctor order for Lauderdale, 1 against the wind, and that's worth 2 or 3 today, I think.
Yep, I think that's definitely a 3-goal breeze to the right of screen. It's really picked up here. You can hear it in our effects mic.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got a feeling, Duff, that this is going to be an absolute ripper. It's going to go right down to the wire. You can feel it. So there is the siren to win the first quarter. It is 4-3-27 North Hobart. Lauderdale 1 late, so they've got 1-1-7. Goal kick is Cavalis with 3. 1 to Stokely, 1 to McManus. Join us soon for the second quarter as a bit of biff goes on in the centre of the ground. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that means we need to be front and centre. We need to be working. Okay. All right, we need to be manning up. Go boys. Now half forwards. I said at the start of the game, I want you playing up on the wing, and you went and stood on the corner. Not good enough. I want you up on the wing when we start. All right, particularly this quarter, and running towards the goals, not running away from it. Okay, that's what I want. Running towards the goal. That's why I want you up there. Okay.
Is that Steve Carell?
You too?
No, no, that's Coach Ricky McCulloch.
Simo.
Sorry.
Just make sure you're up, using your motor, okay? Simo, good stuff. Back line. I'll just read the team out. Shady, Foxy, Brad.
There's such a contrast, Duff, between, as we saw at the start of the match, Lauderdale coach Ted Cook and Ricky McCulloch. He seems so calm, McCulloch.
Yeah, very calm customer, McCulloch. Well, you want to be at this time.
Have you seen the 40-year-old virgin, Duff?
No, I haven't seen that.
My
mate.
God.
Let's have a listen here.
Sensational, son. Really, really good. You've got no idea how good that was. That was bloody exactly what we're after. Simo in the forward pocket, Gabba and Smithy. Jeff in the ruck, Righty and Marty. Jeff, same thing. Work hard for 10 minutes and then the goose will go on. Whitey, Spud and Paddy with me. Listen, guys, a really good quarter, but I think this quarter we need to really work hard. Okay, a couple of times I saw a bit of walking in that quarter. They'll be with the wind, so we have to work hard. Otherwise, once the ball
This is like Channel 9,
lift
Chris.
the intensity this quarter. Come on, we need
This bloke, he's making me feel calm.
Stand up tall in a
It's like Valium on
and
legs.
you don't want to be hitting the deck here. So I think we turn it around, we start laying multiple tackles, gang tackles, and we dictate play ball. Come on,
Ted Cook, yeah. Well, you want to rouse them up, eh?
No, exactly right. I think I like them. Here we go. Second quarter, bring it back. Bring it back. Fair enough, it's all right. As long as he brings it back, I don't mind, Duff.
That's right, and we love the bounce.
Yeah.
It's better, so... but that's embarrassing for the young fella, isn't it?
Well, if you tried to bounce him,
I'm feeling for him
not
right
easy.
now.
It really isn't.
That's a better effort, mate.
North Hobart first to the ball. Under some considerable pressure, though, there was McCulloch. Dudgeon, high up and under. Going back with a flight, couldn't bring it to ground. Lauderdale take possession of the ball, drag to the ground though. North Hobart a chance. Trying to get through there is John Baker. He is the vice captain for North Hobart. Lauderdale to repel the attack now. Centre wing on the outer side, race on now, boundary line looming. Who was that there? The number 5 for Lauderdale. We don't have a name for him. We'll look that up. Wearing James Hurd's number there. Chops it off once more. Scrappy stuff. Need to look after the player with his head over the ball. Might have been an arm across the shoulder there. Wasn't too much in it, but looked to be there. Allison. Had a very good first quarter, brought to the ground. Just turned him in the tackle as well. Umpire says play it on. Still a chance here for North Hobart. Every goal against side, brought him down though. What a great tackle. Play on is the call, no. Have they got advantage? No, it's coming back. What a rundown. Desperate stuff, and if that doesn't lift you, nothing will. 4-3-27 to 1-1-7. Looks like a player down there. Certainly is. Umpire just seeing if everything's okay. Just coming off the field now for a bit of a spill. Short kick. So was that off the ball? I'm not sure what happened there, Duff.
No, I didn't see that. I was just walking up the stairs with my salve. Sorry, mate.
You and your salve. I don't know why I'm overweight. 3 or 4 salves a game, son. So aerial ping pong at the moment, backwards and forwards. John Baker went without the ball. Not sure the Lauderdale player had at that time. Umpire letting it go on, which is not such a bad thing, but you've got to pick out, if the free kicks are there, you've got to give them. Trying to find a way through the traffic there was Brad Tilbury. Cameraman's just lost it momentarily.
Yeah. Looks like Johnny Gibb on the other side of the, over there.
Johnny Gibb, the forgotten PG.
Yeah.
Love him, old Johnny.
It's not that old, mate.
Oh, sorry. Well, he is compared to me.
Promising move here by North Hobart. Good mark.
Simon Ladich it is.
Well-weighted kick. The ball's come in again, and gee, wouldn't they love an early goal here in the second quarter.
Said it a couple of times, Duff. goals against the wind, they're like gold, mate. And they've got a 20-point lead. You heard, who was it, Ricky McCulloch saying they're going to have the win now. We've got to work even harder. That's an absolute shocker.
It is. Very disappointing result.
Not much I can say about that one. Never mind. We all have those. I made a career out of it. Smarted off the boot. Picked up by our man Dudgeon. Out to the near wing now. Takes a mark on his chest. Has got a little bit of time to settle. Goes short. Needed to be good. Wasn't quite on target. North Hobart with a chance now to kick it out of defence. Chris Novy. So both sides have come out here. The kicking's not on at the moment. The skills in this second quarter. Not up to par, but the free kick's been given, so a big chance here for the Bombers. Who's got it there, Duff?
I don't know, but what was that free kick for?
Jack Lathy. Hands in the back, I think.
Right.
Umpire was right there, mate. Lathy now. The most important kick of the day so far. He snuck it through. The crowd like it. The goal umpire likes it. Another goal on the board. He joins McManus as the goal scorers for Lauderdale.
Just what the doctor ordered. 2-1-13 Lauderdale, 4-3-27 North Hobart. Only a couple of kicks in it. Game back on, mate. Looks like, what's our score doing here?
1-1-4. I've no idea.
Did we miss something?
No, I don't think so. It happens more often than you'd think, Duff.
Keep tabs on that one, mate.
Lauderdale now have a bit of a run on hell without the ball. No free kick there against Allison. They battle it towards half forward. Looked like a rugby scrum there, or a maul. Just inching it forward. See how the umpire goes bouncing this time. Beautiful bounce.
Here he is.
Gavalis.
The Buddy Franklin of the SFL. What is it? TSL. I don't think anybody knows who runs this comp anyway. Good chance here for North Hobart, Triff.
Yeah, Males towards the top of the goal square. Dived, couldn't quite bring it to ground. Nice little hands over the top, good vision. Still they try to go forward. Gavalis is there once more, helping out Jared Westall for Lauderdale. Around the body from McCulloch, the chainsaw. The mark's right there, Duff. Mark's taken in the goal square. They repel the attack once more, running it out by a handball this time. Oh! Looked like Mark Waugh there, diving through the slips.
Send that one into the Almost Footy Legends. We will.
Stuart Cook it was.
Don't think anybody else thinks they're going to. That was a ripper.
And the top, big fella. Not sure that went 15. Umpire too scared to give it against him. Big Jeff Unsworth. And his teammate in front. Could have been hands in the back. No, says the ump. Let it go. Ran into a brick wall and is taken to the ground. No opportunity there. So the umpire will toss it up again on the outer side.
And that's a better shot of our mate Johnny Gibb. I'll tell you what, didn't he star in the commentary box last year? Gone quiet this year though.
Good bloke, Johnny.
Yep. Drives a Corolla. Did you know that? Drives about 3 of them actually.
Okay, thank you for that, Duff. I'll be able to sleep tonight. Short one over the top. Still they come forward here. Lauderdale have dropped. Had his name written all over it. Read the ball best of all. Saw the flight. Saw it was going to drop short. Able to take it on his chest there. Josh Hibbard will line up on a sharpish angle. Distance shouldn't be a problem. And it'll look to drag them even closer. We'll bring it back to 8 points now, the difference, if he can make this count.
Jeez, he's growing, this boy.
He's a big boy, isn't he, young
He's
Hib?
a big lad. Big left footer, that's right.
Hibbard starts at left, trying to fade it back, Duff. It nearly did come back in the end. One behind. So margin just over 2 goals now. Huge crowd here. Turn out to see them run around. He's gone over the edge of the goal square there, has he?
How do players do this?
Well, it's a bit like you get the no ball. I'm going about the cricket again, but the fast bowlers have got all this run up. They still seem to get these no balls. It's crazy. Take it back half a foot, you won't get your no balls.
Yeah.
Same with kicking out. Take it back half a foot. It won't happen, but they're just trying to get every inch that they can.
Great insight, Triff.
Oh, yeah. Tried to shovel that one out. Lauderdale player smothers the ball. It goes to ground. Very tight in there. Very congested. Group of players just congregating around that ball. Very dangerous position here, though. North Hobart need to be on the ball. One down in the ruck, convincingly there by Hibbard. There's a snap. It's a high one. Very close to the boundary line. Goal umpire is in good position. Didn't cross the line. Awkward bounce again. Coming in to pick it up there is Dudgeon. Dudgeon off the right boot. He's got a teammate picked out. Off hands over the line. Martin Duffy's disappeared again. I bet he comes back with sauce around his mouth. Boundary throw in. 13 points. So they've kicked the goal, not taking full advantage of this wind. Oh, high tackle. That was silly. Allows North Hobart the easy out from the back line. David Ingles goes for the tall timber. Stopping that run though was Dudgeon. Did well going back with a flight. Here's a chance again. Out of bounds on the full. Was it? It was. Lauderdale the set up now. Is it down to the near wing? Nobody able to bring down the mark. First to the ball would be Martin Allison, gone quiet of late. Started off the game really well. Smashing blue boots there. Not sure where you get those. I wouldn't mind a pair myself. Don't play a lot of footy these days, but wear them around the house. A half forward again. Now they need to make this opportunity count. It's a quick snap on goal. Defender right on the last line. Did well. It was Henry Shane. Oh no! A mistake there for North Hobart. Allows Lauderdale the easy goal. He needs to settle down and there'll be another one here. They can't afford to let his temper get the best of him. Needs to settle down and concentrate on the footy. Easier said than done, I know. Margin back to 7 points now. We've got 6 on the scoreboard there. Not sure if we missed a point. Mark Duffy is in control of the scoreboard, so who knows what's going on there. Dudgeon, quick hands, and again his teammate did the same. Like Whittle. It goes out the space. Cameraman just catches up. On hands and knees. Had a runner coming past. That's what you want. Ingles showing support for his teammate. Knew the hand pass was coming out, but his kick lets him down, and Simon Preshaw has got it. To the centre corridor once more. Seem to be favouring that at the moment to Lauderdale. To half forward now. A long kick right down to the goal square, and he's put it through from a long way out. Here come the Bombers. What an absolute ripper. Now, 4-2-26, that's actually 4-2-26 there, Duff, so everything's okay. It's just the scorer will need to work out how to score. I only went to Norfolk High myself, so it takes me a while to add them up. Oh, Lauderdale on a roll now, they've got a taste for it. Nice hands, had Dudgeon running past. He goes with his big left boot right to the top of the goal square at the back. North Hobart should have taken away. Hand over the shoulder. It'll be a free kick. Well spotted there by the man in orange. Big pack is formed at half back. Goes to the back of that pack now. Here's Dudgeon once more. Really standing up. Kick comes off. We'll give him the benefit. So he was aiming for it. Short one over the top, needs to be good. Oh, big punch. Nearly could have brought that down as a mark. Kick was smothered off the boot. Cameraman just trying to catch up. Very, very quick. It's over the line. North Hobart really need to stand up here. They cannot afford Lauderdale to get in front because they love playing in front. The Bombers gives them a lot of confidence. Hands came out from Gavalis, who's been moved into the back now. Kicked 3 goals. He's been moved down back as he's starting to panic a bit. They know how dangerous the Bombers can be. There's that number 5 again, and we still haven't got a name for it. We'll look into that at half time. Fox. Very popular player, young Daniel Fox. Lauderdale with another chance. They've got a chance now to go in front for the first time today. Trail by 1 behind. You hear the wind there in the effects mic, really picking up again. On its way, look good off the boot. Off target, and we have a tied ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 4-3 apiece. So this win really paying a big factor, Allison. In the first quarter, it was Lauderdale struggling to get out of their forward line. This time it's the D's. Again, favouring that outer side. Maybe a change of tactic might be the go. I find on a windy day, straight down the guts of the ground seems to be the go. Backing out of trouble nicely there was Scott Halliday. Dudgeon was in there once more. Dives on top of it. Is he making an effort? I'm not sure he was. Nat Martin was on the ground, rising to his feet now. Not a lot of time left in this first half. It's been an exciting match so far. Came out. Interesting hand pass towards the boundary line. In fact, it's over now. Into the pickets. Love seeing the pickets around the sports ground. Love hearing the ball smack into them. Ball goes over the back of the ruck contest. Third man up into it. Got the punch away. Trying to find a way through the traffic gates, but the kick flew high at the back there at Allison. Unable to bring it to ground. They've got numbers down here. Have looked it over the boundary line. Too close. Cannot keep it in. Where we get to go, the goal to break the deadlock. 4-3 apiece. Strong tackle, Dudgeon. Which was gone. Too high. It's going away off Lauderdale. So they've got a chance here again. Going to pump it long. He does. It's a high one. A rainmaker. That one at the back. Oh! Read it beautifully. He thought about it. Knew the wind was blowing. Knew it would carry a little bit further than everybody expected. Ben Morrisby takes a nice mark and will line up on a tight angle. And, well, he should put them in front at least by a point, Lauderdale. Morrisby crowd on the edge of their seats. Oh, they like it too. That's a great kick from there by Ben Morrisby. They're up by a goal now, Lauderdale. Ted Cook, the coach, will be very, very happy with this effort. It just seemed to have stopped at the moment, North Hobart. I think that's come from the pressure of Lauderdale, though. It's gone out of the centre circle, so the umpire will toss it up. Big Jeff Unsworth tapped at the ground. Need to do it all again now. Unsworth, he's so tall in there, very hard to beat. Palms it straight down to Allison. Not caught in the tackle, got rid of it though. Charging through now is McCulloch. McCulloch towards the pocket. Too much speed there from the defender. Tough work. It's where they need one now, the D's. Just before the end of the first half here at the TCA. Long snap comes from Males. Tried to put it down to Gavalis, who's made his way back to the forward line now. Oh, good work though. Smothered it beautifully and then goes in for the hard ball. Caught high, should be a free kick. Umpire said no, play on. Go and get the ball yourself, boys. There's a nice little kick there from Braden White. Just sneaks through behind. Good forward pressure though from North Hobart. It's taken them so long to get it down there, they don't want to let it out easily. Booming kick. At the back, couldn't bring down the mark, but did well to recover there, Latham. Was able to give the hand pass away, had a player in support. Out to that number 5 again. Dudgeon. Brings it back inside and then kicks long. Oh, 2 touches. Who can run onto it now with the speed North Hobart? Oh, he got a kick. No. Goal umpire said there was a hand in there. So you saw how quickly it moved from full back to an opportunity to go. That's a great mark in front. Strong mark from Nat Martin. You saw how quickly it moved down. That was unbelievable. That wind has really picked up. Going to have a good third quarter, North Hobart. They're going to want to be leading by at least 3 goals, at least. I think at half-time will really give us the best view of how the game is going. Both sides have had use of that wind. There's a siren there. So Lauderdale right on top on the scoreboard and in the play. But it's 5-4 Lauderdale to 4-4 North Hobart. Goal scorers George Cavalis with 3, 1 to Kristen Stokely. For Lauderdale we have Morrisby, Lathy and McManus. We missed the other 2. Hard to see sometimes, not much you can do about it. Join us shortly for the second half here from the TCA ground.
Just might go into the rooms here, Triff, at half time. Another innovation here at Duff Hutch TV. Great game to half time here. Boys really putting on a good show. Great quarter by Lauderdale for sure.
I was just saying, Duff, this gives a true representation of how the game is going. Both sides have had use of that very strong wind, and they're up by 6 Lauderdale, so they've got to be very happy going into the long break.
Yeah, the more experienced side just really coming back into favour in that quarter. Don't you love these old sheds here at North Hobart, at TCA?
Almost smell the liniment, mate.
Just think, you know, Don Bradman would have been here, and here we go.
When we go out after half-time with the required amount of
Hit them hard. Come on, boys. Hit them hard.
I've got every faith in you. Your first quarter was pretty good. I would have liked another goal. I thought it's about a 5-goal break. All right? I would have liked another goal. So this quarter, I want 5 goals.
Come on!
I think that we have the team, the 22, the 30 blokes who've been here all year, that are good enough to win this game. But it's not going to win itself. All right? If you get a message, get on with it. Listen, attitude. Remember how I mentioned on Thursday night how important attitude is. If your opponent gets the ball, that happens in a game of footy. You just have to have the right attitude to be able to lift yourself to go to the next contest and the next contest and the next contest. If you're falling off the chasing player, doesn't keep chasing. That little bit of pressure will cause a turnover. All right? Just got to work really, really hard. Really, really hard. Now, worked for us last week. We swung Foxy into the ruck. When you get out there and get set up, make sure that Foxy knows exactly where he's going to tap it, because I can tell you now that he'll win the tap. So let's know exactly what's going on. All right, and when you're coming out of the centre square, and you look up and you see that clock up in the grandstand, hit it. All right, pump the ball long. We must kick it long. All right. So that means the small forwards have got to be front and centre for when the ball doesn't carry the full distance. Okay? Really big opportunity. Spud, Paddy. All right? You need to kick me some goals. Okay?
Come on, boys. Let's go, boys.
1 half of footy. 1 half of footy. All right. Just have a relax. Make sure you got plenty of water on board, and in a minute we'll go back out.
Come on, boys. Come on. Ricky.
Into the Lauderdale rooms now. He's like a cage lion, isn't he? Let's listen in here.
What did I tell you? They know we're coming. Fucking work right in this big time. The next 5 court here will determine how you're going to go about it. You've got the want, the desire and the desperation back. She's there, fellas, right up there. They served up in that first quarter. Because they had to realise they needed a good start against you. That character and resolve that was spoke about, and the finals that you've played, this is their first final. The pressure hasn't even started yet, fellas. We can run away with this enormously. You and you blokes, wonderful. Half back line and back line in particular. Heaps of rebound there. Simon starting to get in the play. Continuing. Pumping the ball forward. Pressure forward to the centre line. Their coaches, they're panicking. Abusing each other, abusing the players. That's what pressure causes. Mistakes. Our pressure on the forward to retain the ball in there, and we spoke about the chases, the chase downs. Very good. That's what it's about, mate, when your teammates recognise it. There'll be another 500 people out there to recognise it too. You can grow and feed off that. Grow stronger. Robbie, again, your influence, mate, 6 weeks, 2 quarters ago, we spoke about that quarter by quarter when we go through this finals campaign. She's there. What it will take now is for you blokes not to back down. And we won't back down, will we? We're just going to gradually keep on grinding and grinding away until there's nothing there for them. Nothing there. But again, your want and to be hungry, it's all that matters. I still think we can protect our ball players a hell of a lot more. We said we didn't want to run to receive, we want to assist. Push up and assist your teammate. Put the blocks on. The crunching tackles. Every time they get the ball, they go down. Continually. We just don't hold them up. Bang. Their head has to go down. Nice little elbow to the side of the head either. Won't hurt. Let them know you're about. Keep them down there. I want the ball more than you do. She's there, boys. Up and around.
Come on, mate. Come on. Come on. Take him on, let him out. Don't let him back in. Come on, boys. Go, North. Let's go, North. Come on, boys. Come on, Jace. Let's go. Come on. Try, Gracie.
Here it is, the premiership quarter. It is 5-4-34 Lauderdale, the 4-4-28 North Hobart. What an insight that was into the working minds of the coaches. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Now, as you heard, the Lauderdale coach really wants the side to protect the ball carrier. He thinks they work well, but they can do that better. He said, go in hard. I don't care if you chuck a little elbow in there every now and then. Go in hard and get that ball. Let's see if they can respond now. Hands and knees, it tunnels it out somehow. Spun in the tackle, release the handball. Travis Smith, it was, no, apologies, Ben Latham. With the kick there from Lauderdale. They converge on him and rip him to the ground. A North Hobart coach now, he said, I want at least 5 goals out of you this quarter. I think they need more than that. I think if they get 5, they need Lauderdale to score none. Now, Daniel Fox has been moved into the ruck. Apparently that worked for them last week. Let's see if it does this week. Tom Graves to the centre. Careful not to get into your opponent's back there. Bounce at half forward. They've got the win, North Hobart. We spoke about it enough now. We all know it's out there. They've got to score. Tom Gray's busting his way through the pack. Here's a chance at a kick on goal. He snuck it through as well. Looked like Marty Allison. It's a nice goal. So North Hobart strike first. And it's all tied up again, 34 apiece. Nice bounce this time, unopposed though. The Lauderdale ruckman wins it down. McManus. Now, we're trying to find those numbers. The number 5 for Lauderdale, but we've got the actual team list from AFL. Taz went up there personally to get it, and he's not down there. I hate that. Allison went without it. Had to go back in. He's caught this time, holding the ball. A great tackle there from Simon Dudgeon. This is when the cream starts to rise to the top. He's one of the very best, Dudgeon. Kick to the pocket. Playing in front nicely with Stokely down back now for some reason. So coach is changing things up. Out of bounds according to the goal umpire. Belgian umpire says thank you. I had no idea. Lauderdale looking to sneak one now. North Hobart player brings it nicely out of the ruck. Smothered off the boot though. Desperate stuff from the Lauderdale forwards. And again a smother. So 2 smothers in the space of 3 kicks. Shows the desperation from Lauderdale. People standing next to the camera having a good time. I'm sure they realise their microphone's on. Long one right down the centre of the ground. In fact, goes towards half forward. They both pulled off a bit there. That was the right thing to do too. Here's a chance for Big George. George has got 4 in the right place at the right time there. Great work. I think it was Paddy Fisher. The D's with the first 2 goals. So that's 2. Coach Ricky McCulloch wants 3 more at least. I think they'll have to be up by 3 goals. So they're up by 1 now. So if they get their 3 more and restrict Lauderdale to maybe 1, they might be a shot. Set up for a ripper finish. Centre square infringement, and it'll go the way of the Demons. So this is one thing that Lauderdale really have to be careful of. They need to be disciplined, very disciplined, give away no silly free kicks. Big pack was formed, fell to the front. Jordan Beaumont was there, couldn't take it away. Lauderdale into the centre of the ground. North Hobart pushed off the ball beautifully. That was fantastic work there from Jack Lathy. Comes out, might be able to get a kick on goal here. The hand pass over the top. Still they go forward here, Lauderdale. Quick snap up the left boot. He was on the right side for it. Entering goal there to Lauderdale. The push and shove. Not much in that. He said both. He's had beautiful bounces like that. A couple have gone right out of the circles. Both sides desperate at the ball. Going to bring that back and bounce it again.
Throw it up, you idiot!
Yes, not sure what that means. Just tell us what you really think, mate. Yeah, he threw that up, nobody wanted it. North to centre wing on the near side now. Beautifully controlled there by Nat Martin. I've been impressed with him. Hasn't had a jag of the ball, but every time he has, that's off hands. He's claiming the mark. Need to play to the whistle. Big George. Now, he's pointing back there. Maybe a bit of abuse. It's the only thing I can think of. He's pointing back where the North Hobart player was. So maybe he's had a bit to say about that. Might have been Big George. Wasted opportunity. Throwing just outside the 50 for North Hobart. Tasman Bridge in the background there. Great views from this ground. Beaumont. Ran out of bounds with it though. George Cavalis was there too to mark the ball. Major goal scorer today, George. He's got 4. It's like saying his name, George Cavalis. Ruck contest. Nicely worked by Daniel Fox. I think that was a good move from Ricky McCulloch. Put Fox into the ruck. Might have found his new spot permanently. Have to get yourself some knee braces, son. Just stalemate in the game at the moment. A few stoppages out on that boundary line. They're struggling to keep it in play. This time the boundary umpire really gets onto it, throws it a nice distance in. That was good. Brought to ground Graves. Fox again. Oh, caught high, no free kick. Ducked into it, said the umpire. Ducked the head and pushed into his opponent. Was it a hand over the shoulder against for Cavalis? Westing through. Look away hand pass. Gets the old 1-2 now. He's into trouble here. Might be a chance for North Hobart. No, Lauderdale recover. It looks at running out of defence. Had it for a long time. Shocking hand pass. Good pressure holding the ball. I need to take a breath. Come back and get a set shot at goal here. Is it Nat Martin? Pleading his case there, the Lauderdale player. They won't change their mind, mate. Oh, that was so close to hitting that umpire in the head. Wouldn't that have been a shame? Martin. As I said, it's some good work early. On its way, starts at left, and that's where it stays, in fact. On behind. Won't be good enough. Behinds will not be good enough. They need goals, North Hobart. Beautiful work. In the hands nicely, then the long kick to space in front of a teammate. Kicks it over the pickets. Once again, Daniel Fox, he really knows. I mean, you can be tall and be a good ruckman, but you know, just use your height. But he really seems to know what he's doing, holding off the opponent without giving a free kick away and getting that hand to it, trying to take advantage of his teammates. I like his style. This time though, too strong. Matthew Morris. Oh, held on to it, beauty. Wielded in with the one arm there, Christian Stokely. He's done some nice stuff, Stokely. In the back, free kick will go the way of Robbie McManus. Dangerous player to give a free kick to in this position. The umpire wants to bring it back. Didn't quite go over the mark, I don't think. Hadn't been decided for a while, so. That's in the rules, I guess. There we go. Short measure kick at a player on the lead. Just go out of focus for a moment. I'm having some sort of a flashback there to the 60s. That's a nice kick too off the right boot. Lauderdale with another one. There's 2 goals against the win. They're setting themselves up. They're setting themselves up for a premiership. That's what they're doing. The win it has dropped a bit in this third quarter. It's still there though. Just as I say that, we have the big gust there in the background. It's 5 points in favour of Lauderdale. It was 6 points at half time. Graves trying to find a path through to Allison. Allison takes them on, then kicks for goal. It's a nice kick off the boot, but the defender gets back. Takes a good mark. Jared Westall. Rove nicely by Allison again. Long hand pass. Uh-oh. He got through and he thought, now what am I going to do? It's holding the ball, surely. Umpires just throw it in. Not sure how he disposed of that. Lucky to get away with that one, I think, Lauderdale. Crowd certainly thinks so. Hard to tell from this angle, though, so he might have done well. Fence sitter I am. It's out of bounds on the full, so chance here for North Hobart? No. Might have been touched. The field umpire said throw it in. Oh, beautiful ruck work again from Foxy. He's kicked one from the boundary as well, the North Hobart man. That'll lift the side. Up by a point now, the D's. Anybody's game now. Still fancy Lauderdale. Yes, it's been an inspired move. Put Daniel Fox in the ruck. He jumped so high. It's very impressive. Already tall enough. Going hard in there was Tom Graves. He always does. Threw that one out. Umpire was on the wrong side. Males. High tackle. North Hobart again. Needs to pick out a target here. Goes right to the top of the goal square. He's got a target. Off hands. At the back here, Big George. Goes with a hand pass this time. Check side. Goal. 2 in as many minutes for North Hobart. They're getting a charge on now, the D's. Done a good job there, young fella. Takes it out of the ruck. It's been the move of the game so far. Did well there to dispossess the ball carrier without giving a free kick away. No left foot there, it's gone off the outside of the right boot. Try and keep this in, very close to the boundary line. Used to the body there. Umpire said he didn't get the hands in the back. It's Martin Allison. Oh, I'm a big fan of his. Like his style.
Give him another one.
Big Louis Goss throwing his weight around. Some idiots on the sideline there having their say. Walsh. Good mark. Took some courage there. Would have heard footsteps from his teammate coming hard and fast. Scott Halliday. Look, Lathy. Kicks to nobody in particular. Puts it out to space, really. There's some chase for it. You want the ball, you go and get it. Out on the full, in fact. So it's come off the tail of his boot. Beautifully roved. Takes him on. His shorts go halfway down his legs. High one. It's all Lauderdale at the back. It bounces. Just the 1 point. So they're doing that well though, Lauderdale. Getting back on the last line. I'd like to see Big George down there at the moment. Just camped in the goal square. Nice work off the left boot this time. He's coming back in a hurry though. Here's Big Danny Fox. Pumps it long. At the back, written all over it. It's too easy there for Nat Martin. He'll line up and kick another goal. This is what North Hobart needed to take it out to 14 points. I think they need one more at least. Ooh. Oh no, Martin. Oh, that might come back to haunt him. Had that one nearly marked down on the old scoring sheet. It's only 9 points now. Punch was good from Fox. What sort of a quarter has he had? One down in the ruck that time by Brent Crossan. North Hobart here would love to score another one. They just, whatever happens, they just can't afford Lauderdale to get one. That would be the worst scenario. It's not a big lead, but they've got a lead. Going into the final quarter. And there's a siren to end this term. They're up by 9 points, North Hobart. I don't think it'll be enough. That's just a personal feeling. Let's see if they're good enough though, the Demons. Let's see if Lauderdale can come back in the final quarter, coming up in just a few moments.
Come on, let's go. Mate, they've started to worry. Come on, boys. Get them fair, boys. Run it with handball. Come on. Run it with handball, fella. That's it. Let's go, boys. Come on, mate. This is what Grab Hot made. If you have to score on the boys, that's all right. Let's go, boys. Finish him off, boys. Let's go, boys.
Run it up with handballs, boys.
Come on, boys. Make sure we're blocking.
Righto, boys, listen up.
Hit them hard, get them scared.
Here it is.
One more quarter.
Brad Bakes, righty. Simo, Gabba, Fritz. Shady on the wing. Nutter.
Go, Nutter.
Tommy. Paddy. Gossie. Bowie. Foxy. Nat and Smith. Jeff into the ruck. Give me 10 minutes, Jeff.
Go, Jeff.
And then swap with Foxy, okay?
Let's go, boys.
Crazy in the middle. Excellent. Excellent, Crazy.
Great, Crazy. Run hard, guys.
Marty, a better quarter. A better quarter. Need one really big ball quarter from you. Over with me, we've got Reese, Spud, Dingles and Whitey. Listen, guys. The breeze has almost dropped out, okay? It's not really favouring any end, so that's out of the consideration. But I just noticed, boys, they got back behind the ball and took the ball going back a few times in that second quarter. What we need to make sure is that we're either pushing back on them or we're coming back over with a punch. Watch their hands and the back issue. Okay? Listen, I actually don't think we're going too bad.
Come on, boys.
But we just need to keep an eye around the clearances on Dudgy. He's getting a bit of the ball, but not that much of it. Now he'll burn up, so we just need to get a little bit of pressure on him, okay?
Let's go, boys.
In the ruck, Jeff, really hit the ball hard, mate. Around the ground, though, don't pat it and whatever if it bounces up again. You grab it and then handball it to a target, all right? In the ruck, tap it. Around the ground, don't... None of this flicky fancy stuff.
One more quarter, boys.
One more quarter. Really good footy.
Come on, this is
It's all up to you now.
Come on.
Come on. Don't worry. If there's 2 or 3 of them, we'll have 4 or 5 our blokes. Come on, boys. Hard and fierce, determined efforts. Come on, boys. You never give up, and you never give up, and you never back down. Come on, boys! Let's go, fellas.
What a quarter this is going to be. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I love getting in there listening to the coaches. Gets myself riled up. This is a beauty. Whatever happens, they can both be proud that was holding the man. Not given though. 9-point margin in favour of North Hobart. And as you heard, the wind has really dropped down in this final quarter. I think it is slightly still favouring Lauderdale's end. I don't think that Ricky wanted to let them know that much. You know, he sort of a little bit more belief so that they weren't worried so much about the wind. But it definitely has died down. Probably only a goal now is the advantage. 1 to 2 goals. So really anybody's game. There's Dudgeon though, worried about him. Gavalis caught, just got rid of it in time. Had a player running past, pushing the back against Dudgeon, not given. The umpire's going to let it play on. Gavalis had plenty of it early. There's big Jeff Unsworth there. He's a towering man up against Matthew Morris. There's a tap. Stuart Cook waiting for it at ground level though from Lauderdale. You can see plenty of people here to watch the match. Some of the younger players as well. We're really enjoying this. Smothered off the boot nicely over the shoulder, and the umpire saw it. And Marty Allison out there. Short one over the top, good vision, or thought about playing on. Puts it long. Hit a mark down here. I should have had one as well. Looks like Fox there, is it? Spun in the tackle, and that's holding the ball. Dispose of it correctly at all. Good strong stuff there from Matthew Morris. So contesting the ruck and then dropping down to the back line. Try and plug that gap. Long kick up to the near wing now. Oh, crowd not happy with the coaching staff, not happy with either. Doesn't matter, it's there. Chris Novy. Long booming kick, not the biggest bloke out there, but he's certainly got a boot on him. Little tap, tried to be clever there to bring Crossan, didn't quite come off over the shoulder. Gavalis about his 3rd possession for the quarter already. His first 2 probably disposals to forget. See what he does with it this time. Kicks to a 2-on-1, but he had faith in his teammate, Big Thomas Males. He knew Males could fly high and take a good mark, and he kicked it to him. Good work. Half forward now. First goal will be the most important goal of the match, that's for sure. McManus. Awkward one over the top. Here's a chance now for Simon Preshaw. Preshaw does well, kicks the goal. First goal of the final quarter goes the way of the Lauderdale Bombers. It's back to a 3-point margin. Well, as I said, the first goal so important. Would have taken it out to 15 points. Unsworth, good work for a big man. Managed to get down to get that ball and kick it away. Well controlled there by Jared Westall. Was Preshaw. Is that in the back? No, looked to be pretty blatant, but must have got him in the side, not sure. Push and shove. No silly free kicks here. George comes in, pushes him out of the way. Get out of it, boys. Unsworth, nice over the back. He's been good in this quarter, that's for sure, Unsworth. His coach wanted a good 10 minutes out of him, and then Fox is going to go into the ruck. But I think the way Unsworth's going, he might stay in there a little bit longer if he can continue that form. High flying, that's a great mark. Looks like Lathy back there, I think. boots it long. Big pack has formed again. Big Unsworth's there. Trying to tap it to his advantage out over the line. 3-point margin. This is what you want from your grand finals. So often it can turn out to be a one-sided affair. It's a shocker from the boundary umpire. Gives a big advantage to Lauderdale. Luckily North Hobart get away though. Tom Graves shrugs off a would-be tackle and then pumps it long next to the tall timber there of Danny Fox. Fox trying to do a ground level now as well. Good stuff also from Jared Whittle. Lauderdale. They've all put in. I'm just looking down the team list here. There we go. It's good stuff again from Unsworth. What the coach wanted. Hit it long or take it out of the ruck if you can. He hasn't done that yet. Wrapped up. Won't get rid of that in a hurry. Over to him. The umpire will toss it up again. Slightly forward. For Lauderdale. Apologies, North Hobart. Had a player calling for it, managed to get the ball to him via the hand parts. Up along the near side once more. Now for the call here, he's given the free kick here. Who's that, Webster is it? Not sure. Right to the top of the goal square. Defender with a punch. They've got numbers here, shade. They should be able to get it out. Oh, courage. Courageous stuff. Dudgeon was coming hard. Great view of this. Unsworth, too tall for Dudgeon. Bit of a mismatch there. At least he contested it, Simon Dudgeon. Needed to get there. Over the line again, just. A few players trying to throw their weight around now. Trying to assert some dominance in this final quarter. Third man up into the ruck contest was Preshaw. That was clever. Good thinking. Unsworth dominating at the moment. He nulled that domination by coming into the contest. Bang, he's having some sort of a gore to the big man. Found a way through, Doc. Well, Martin Allison. Get the jumper tucked in. Needs to pull those socks up. I like it. Good kick to Stokely. Stokely had a man running past. Got him. Oh, he's taken down. Did he chuck the leg out there? I think he might have actually legged him. There's an interesting one. I'd like to see that again. Crowd not happy with the umpiring at the moment. Both factions of the crowd. Let's face it, we seldom are. Couldn't pay me enough to do that job. Right to the top of the goal square in front. No. Got a second opportunity out of tries to sneak it back around. Can't do so. So they're still on top, North Hobart. All throughout the match we were expecting Lauderdale to come flying back in the final quarter. And they might yet, but just with that wind dying down, it's really thrown a spanner into the works. It's not only the wind either dying down, North Hobart have really come out and given it to them. Really putting in 100%. Tried to get rid of it. Was that into the back? No, umpire said play on. He's right there. Holding the ball's the call. He dragged it in, he said. Demons from half back. Over the back of the contest. Tried to get it away. They're right under his case though. Caught high, I think. Advantage will be paid. That was smothered off the boot, so see what the umpire says here. No, advantage was paid. Unsworth, bang! Gets the big fist onto it. Now he's done his 10 minutes, seems to be staying in that position though. Maybe get Fox on the ball now, switch Big Unsworth down to the full forward position. That's a shocker again from the umpire. Seems to favour that side, doesn't he, when he throws it in? Beaumont. See if the boundary throwing goes to the right of screen this time or not. And maybe the wind catching it as well. No, that was good from the boundary umpire. Good work, mate. McCulloch. Good cans from Danny Fox. Oh, brought down. Smothered. Holding the ball is the call. He can get rid of it in time. Lauderdale making a charge now. What can they do? Going to bring it across to the near side. Short kick. Needed to be good. Bounces it to his teammate. He wastes no time. Hands in the back there. Yes, umpire picked it out. Crowd not happy. Well, half of them. The other half clapping. It was a good call for the man in orange. Oh, punch was good. Took him out as well. Went eyes only for the ball. Diving. Oh, held on to it. Not quite. That would have been a beauty. Trying to get it out from half back, just panicked there and tried to hand pass it away to nobody in particular. Dudgeon nearly chopped it off. He's here again, interesting hand pass. Dudgeon with a look away now. Christopher Novy with a high kick. Need a mark down here to Lauderdale. Punch from behind came from Cavallis. Charging through now Hobden. Hobden brought the ground. Cavallis is there again. Helping him out is Marty Allison. And now it comes out to Christian Stokely. Stokely. He's trying to slow it down a bit. They needed a mark down there. Whistle's gone. And it's going the way of Lauderdale. Very low scoring. North Hobart haven't scored yet. And just 1-1 to Lauderdale. Did he nudge him out? Play on to Cole. Try for the snap. Good tackle. Holding the ball. Good desperate stuff from the defender. That's what wins your grand finals. Laying on the ground, Stuart, the player on the mark went over the mark there. Made it very difficult. Allison continues it up along that outer side. Moving to the front though with Simon Preshaw. Preshaw pumps it straight back into that forward line, straight to Allison. He's having the old kick to kick. Stuff. There's my mate. Knows the boot in. Big pack has formed again. Oh, good stuff. Back into the back, Preshaw again. This is aerial ping pong. They can come down with it this time. Yes, who? North Hobart. So they're just blasting away. They need some shorter kicks. Stokely, not that short though, mate. Teammate there, Simon Laddick, helped him out. Race on for it. After the ball there was Bryce Lowe, who couldn't get to it. So I just don't think they can afford to be blasting away at the moment. Tried the measures kick there, it didn't come off. There's a long kick once more. A big pack is formed. Can't be a lot of time left in this match. Oh, good mark. Still on the outer wing. They don't need to change attack now. Need to transfer the play towards the centre. It's going backwards and forwards out on that wing. Good chance now for Smith. Haven't seen a lot of Travis. Dudgeon. Oh, got a player running past. He's got it as well. Hand pass over the top. One of the old 1-2. Wheeling around onto the right boot now. Needed the bounce. Did so just in time. That's a long kick. Right to the goal square, but right off target. Through for a behind. The marching back to 1 point now in this grand final. What a game this has turned out to be. North Hobart holding them off. Lauderdale relentless at the moment. Oh no, that was set up for that beautifully to Lauderdale players. Simon Preshaw is usually very good. That's a long kick, just got a hand on it. We've got a tied ball game late in the final quarter. Oh, very close to the edge of that square again. Couldn't afford something like that at the back. Flew high. Unable to bring it down. Off hands, North Hobart. Along the outer wing again. Desperation now. Who wants it more? Short kick. Finds Bryce Lowe. Lowe moves it on quickly. A little bit too much on it for his teammate. They had numbers there momentarily at Lauderdale. They still do. Got a player screaming for it in the centre. Tried to get it to him now under the mark. Wants to move it on. No marker paid, I don't think. It was Preshaw. Not sure why he played on there. It must have been called play on. It's the only reason I can think that he'd do that. In the centre now. Dudgeon. Couldn't bring that down. Fisher brought down. Was that into his back? Could have been. Dudgeon. Right on his hammer too. They've been so close to him all throughout the match. There's a little kick. Can't afford to slow it down now either. They've got to go hard. Good vision, good running. Half forward flank, they only need a point at the moment. A point or two. It's very late in this quarter now. Here's a chance. Goes for the hand pass. It's chopped off. They can't rush it through either. Good work to Cavalis. Cavalis kicks it long. Right into the centre square now. Lauderdale. The crowd going wild at the moment. They can't believe what they've got here. And there's the mark. He should score from here. There you go, the number 5, we don't have a name for it. God, this frustrates me. He's going to probably kick the winning score, and he does. Every schoolboy's dream to kick the winning goal in the grand final. He might have just done it. 61 to 55. They can't afford to be doing this. They need to get the ball down their forward line. They need to move it quickly now. North Hobart needs to go down there straight away. Cavalis pumps it high. Defender's got plenty of time. He takes the mark. They can slow it down a little now if he wants. Lathy. So that favoured out of side. Man in front, was he brought down? No. Held on to without the ball. Nice hand pass. Oh, they've got the run of it now, haven't they, Lauderdale? Got their noses in front. Over the boundary line again. What a great grand final this has been. 6 points in it. It's come right down to the last couple of minutes. Fox wins it down in the back of the ruck contest. Held on to without the ball. Umpire says play it on. No whistle. Brought down strongly. Here they go, North Hobart. Last roll of the dice stuff now. Needs to get it away. Does so with a kick into the centre of the ground. Nice mark taken there by Beaumont. Beaumont's got a man running past. Looks like Fox again. Off the left boot. They need a mark down here. Big Unsworth goes with the right paw. Running onto it. He'll run into the open goal and he kicks it. They're still there, North Hobart. Paddy Fisher. What an absolute beauty of a goal. He seems to be hurt. He'll be okay. He can play through that surely. It's 61 apiece.
1 minute to go now.
There you heard it. 1 minute to go. And we've got a tight scoreline here. What an exciting grand final this has been. Who will get the first chance out of the centre now? Fox wins it down. A big punch too came from Marty Allison. He's been so important for this side. North Hobart running through the 50-metre line. It's a kick. It could be a goal, and it is. North Hobart, what a story. They looked gone for all money about 5 minutes ago, and now 2 in a row. They've got to get back now. They need all their players behind the ball. 67 to 61. What a win this will be for North Hobart if they can just hold on. It can't be long remaining. It's a matter of seconds. And then everybody back behind the ball now. Just fill up the back line. There's a siren. What a win to North Hobart. It must have been 5 seconds to go when he kicked that goal. They're going wild here at the TCA. What a win. Look at them go. Bad luck to Lauderdale. They really put up a great fight. But congratulations, North Hobart. You little rippers. The Demons finally get a win. Thank you. Great coverage here. The boys on camera did a great job. Great organisation. Not an easy ground to film here at the TCA. I hope you really enjoyed it. As you can tell, I did. I'll go and have myself an angina pill now, settle down a bit. Well-deserved win to North Hobart. 67-61 in the end. Time for me to leave. Kane, Triffitt of Duff TV. Goodbye for now. Hope to see you all again next year. Bye-bye.
Yeah! See you guys. Goose. Shady, man. Hey, Rama. Go on, boys.
Why now? How he's smashing
Come on, hit the change. Come on! Yeah, the laziest motherfuckers in the world.
One more, follow! One more, follow!
Yeah! Ready to go! Number one. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah! Let's go, boys! Give it to Tracy Charlton. Race ahead. Tracy Charlton. Tracy Charlton. Yeah! Okay.
Get over the lid on it. Respect from a really, really good opponent.
We love you, Robbie McManus.
There'll be some presentations in a minute. Here we go.
don't have to make speeches, boys. Nat?
Well done.
Yeah, Nat. And Martin. Christian Stokely. Smithy. While you're there, mate, then you can pass that around. Well done, Trav. There's Louis Goss. They're starting to get Kane now. Dingle's better come forward. David Ingle. Brad Kilbrave. Jordan Beaumont. William Wright. Big Jeff doesn't get any shorter Unsworth. Danielle Fox. Braden White. Nice goal at the end, Paddy Fisher. The Spud, Jacob Petratus. Matty Ellison. The Ripple Machine, Henry Shade. Reece Charlton. Oh my God, that's Tommy Graves. Sava Gavalis, George Gavalis.
Should be one more.
Johnny Baker. There's got to be one more after.
Well done. Good man.
Nathan McCulloch. Good.
Well, mate.
That's what I'm talking about. Great, thank you. Well done. Thank you.
No, that. And also, mate, we've got one more.
And this is for all the boys that could have got a game today, so congratulations. Congratulations to you guys.
So we got BOG, best on ground, Martin Ellison.
Photo with the cup, photo with the cup.
All right, guys. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Stand there in your photo taken.
Don't fall on us. Yeah!